So welcome back to the No Nonsense Podcast. This is podcast number 21. I'm back with the fellas. We're going over our NBA regular season awards, our pick'ems for who's going to win the NBA Finals. We're also going to go over how we finally won a No Nonsense parlay. We're going to also go over our parlay legs for this week, along with our pick'ems for this week as well. So let's just jump right into it. The NBA season started tonight. I hope the Lakers make a run at it this year. I can't promise anything for that. But we'll just jump right into it. I mean, who do you guys got for your MVP this year?
I'd love to point at this guy right here behind me and say Ja, but I feel like I'd be too
I
biased.
knew that was coming.
You know what I mean?
I just knew it.
I'd love to see him take that next step, but realistically, I think it's Luka. I think them bringing in Christian Wood. I think Dallas goes from, I think they were a 6 seed last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they go up. I think they're a top 4 seed this year, which means they're a top team in the West. I think they win games. I think Luka dominates. I think he does what he's been doing. He just keeps getting better, finding different ways to score. Luka's my MVP.
What you thinking, Trent?
So I was kind of torn. I was going like back and forth. I said Luka at the beginning, just from like the pieces that they added. I think they're overall going to be a better team. And if you look just season by season, he just keeps progressing, like, and getting better. And pretty soon it's going to be his league. I think he's going to overtake the reins when like LeBron and KD, Curry start to retire. But for me, if he could stay healthy, there was a lot of people that said he could have got it last year. He got snubbed a little bit, and that's Embiid. That's the first thing. If it's health with him, even tonight, every time he falls and hits the ground, I'm like, man, he's hurt again. You know what I mean? But I could see him averaging 30 and about 13 rebounds again. So if he can do that, he'll definitely have a chance to win it.
You think if he puts up the same numbers he did last year, they give it to him just because it's like, hey, you did it again.
I think so, because kind of like kind of like we talked, they don't really give it to like consecutive players year in, year out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
you get 2 in a
it's
row.
Kind of his.
It's
kind of his turn.
2, and then it's like, yo, someone else.
Yeah, I was back and forth with him, and but I mean, my pick for it is Giannis. I just think if they're going to contend, he can't be stopped. I mean, clearly he's the most dominant basketball player in the league. So if they're going to make a run at it, he is the reason why, and I think they're going to make a run at it. So can't not have him in the conversation at least.
I think he's the best player in the NBA right now.
He's definitely the most dominant player in the NBA right now, for sure.
All right, so I would say Luke is definitely the easy answer. I have this odd feeling he's going to have like crazy, like historic usage this year. But I mean, I'm going to go with the guy you guys haven't said. I'm going with three-peat. I think the Joker's winning it, especially with this team being healthy again.
Hold on, you had a lock. A future lock.
Your future lock was
time out. I'm going over that as well. I'm saying Joker is my realistic answer, which would be him going for the three-peat. He finally has a healthy team.
Oh, see, I don't see him doing it again this year.
Okay,
Jamal Murray and Michael being back.
My dark horse is Anthony Davis to win it.
I like him over Jokic, honestly.
See, the thing is that I mean, obviously we'll get into it, but I think the Nuggets are the number 1 seed this year. Especially with them being healthy.
You got a good shot.
I mean, you get Jamal Murray back. I actually think Michael Porter is going to take another step in as long as he stays healthy. But, I mean, there's going to be a three-peat. It's going to be the Joker, but my dark horse is AD. If the Lakers have any chance of doing anything this year, he's got to be a top 3, top 4 player.
For sure. You guys want to hear the top 5 for the odds on FanDuel?
Before you give it to me, it's Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, Luka, and I don't know
in that order?
Could be.
In that order?
I don't know if it's in that order.
All right, so here I'm gonna lay it down. We got Luka at number 1 plus 500, Embiid 650, Giannis 800, Tatum 850.
Tatum.
Yep, and then Jokic and Durant are tied for 5th at plus 1,000. So, Ant, if you did lay some money on that, 100 wins you 1,000.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I like Tatum being that high.
Actually, low-key do. I mean, we'll talk more about it, but
I mean, I think proved himself last year. Like he was ready for the moment, and I think he's the player that everyone thought he was going to be. Like that were fans of him, at least.
Fair enough.
Okay. All righty. Well, let's jump into the defensive player of the year. You start us off, Johnny.
Yeah, you saw it in the preseason game the other day. He locked up my future MVP, Ben Simmons. Yeah, I mean, he is a fucking dog, and I believe 2020 season we saw he got snubbed of it, the Defensive Player of the Year, and they gave it to Gobert. It's his turn, my opinion. You saw what he did to Giannis, who was the most dominant offensive player we have in the league, and completely took him out of the game. Yeah, it's preseason. No one plays defense. He was out there locking him the fuck up. So if he stays healthy, I don't think you can't not give it to him.
You know what's crazy? I actually agree. I came down to him and Gobert because I actually have this odd feeling you're going to see the Timberwolves as a higher defensive team.
Mm-hmm.
But man, if Ben Simmons stays healthy and they didn't really fuck with that kid's confidence, that kid should be Defensive Player of the Year from every aspect.
But it's crazy. He can guard like
1 through 5.
1 through 5, 6 foot through 7'3". Like it's nuts.
I agree. What do you guys think, Dono? I see you smiling.
I mean, I might as well take it because I'm right there with you. I've been saying this. I know we both been pretty high on Ben Simmons, but seeing what he did in preseason, like you said, health's a big thing. But I saw this statistic the other day, and it was like guarding perimeter shooters, he holds them like below the lowest out of anybody in the league. And I think that's just telling to how he can guard 1 through 5.
Was that his last season or that was preseason?
I think it's as a whole, like since he's been in the league. Yeah. Okay. But so that's just pretty telling. He can guard the ball handler, guards the perimeter shooters, and the big man. So like, and obviously we just gave Giannis all that praise, and if he held him to what did he shoot, like
he was 5 for 18.
5 for 8, something crazy.
I think he finished 6 for 21 or something.
That's super impressive to me. And if he can do that against him, I mean, night in and night out, he's going to be the one asked to guard the superstars. So
that's his role in that team was, hey, look, we couldn't play a lick of defense. You're going to guard their best guy, contain him, and we'll have a chance every week. I like that. And I didn't use Ben Simmons, but same concept. Last year, I think the biggest reason Marcus Smart got it was the switchability. They kept bringing that up, right? The fact that he switches more than anybody in the league, and he's doing all this. He's guarding bigs, doing that. So I went with Bam in Miami. I think they're going to be a very good defensive team, and
always are.
He switches everything, and I think he's finally going to get the praise of switching onto these guards and still being able. I don't know the exact statistic, but still be able to hold them to, I feel, a lower shooting percentage on the perimeter, as well as being able to go up against the big in-post guys like Jokic and Embiid and do his thing with them. So I like Bam. I mean, yeah, I think, like I said, most of the time you take the best defensive player on a top defensive team, and I think the Heat are going to be top this year, and I think Bam's their best defensive player. So
Kawhi is going to be back in the conversation also, and that is going to be another top defensive team if they're healthy.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Bro, it's still crazy to me that he has more steals than he does fouls.
Yeah,
like, that's the craziest.
I think that's
the
Johnny's
craziest
favorite
statistic.
NBA stat.
Ever. I mean, that's ever that I heard. Like, that's wild. It's insane. For sure.
Alrighty. So let's jump into who do you guys have as 6th man of the year? Trent, you started.
So I was gonna say Tyler Hero, but with him having that contract, I guess we still don't know if he's gonna start or not.
2K has him starting. If that means anything.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. Tyler Hero's in the lineup.
As far as looking at the awards, like 1 through 5, they have Jordan Poole, Malcolm Brogdon, Christian Wood, Tyler Hero, and Spencer Dinwiddie. So with them having him listed in there, I want to say Tyler Hero just because that's my dog. But if I'm being realistic here, I'm gonna say Malcolm Brogdon. I mean, if you guys tuned into the game tonight, you could see he hasn't lost a step. Really, I think he should be starting. And then my pick would be Marcus Smart. But I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in with Malcolm Brogdon. For the same reason why I like Simmons too. He can guard 1 through 4.
I think there are lineups this year where you see Brogdon and Smart both start. I think when they go.
Yeah. So that was my question. How many games do you have to play to like be classified as a 6 man? You know what I mean?
I don't know how many games you can start for them to still consider
Or
you.
would you guys even think should be like half the season coming off the bench, right? Something like
At
that,
least.
Yeah,
right?
definitely more. And for and what you're saying is the same reason I think Jordan Poole didn't get it last year, and the reason he's going to this year.
Yeah.
Last year he started 50 games, which took him out of the conversation. This year, barring injuries and health, and he stays on the bench, he'll be sixth man of the year. He just got paid. Golden State's going to treat him like the future of that franchise. They're going to let him just go crazy on the bench, and he's going to.
That's my pick too.
Yeah, it's got to be Jordan.
I mean,
yeah, I know you guys.
he's
love
slowly
Jordan
becoming
Poole.
one of my favorite players. I mean, his game is so fucking smooth. Like, I'd never
super
get tired
shifty.
of watching him play,
especially when the baddies are on the court.
What?
You ain't see those memes when he looked over and saw those two blonde bitches sitting courtside, and he looked over and saw him. Then he shot 2 straight half court shots and made them both. Golden State's up 8.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think if that team stays healthy, he's going to be a big part of it coming off the bench for them, and he's going to be the leading scorer coming off the bench for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's a easy pick for me.
I'll say this: I had Malcolm Brogdon, but I mean, if we just stay into the script, I'm gonna get off the script. I think here's my prediction: I think the Nuggets, the top team in the West, I think you're gonna see a random ass. I would say I'm not an explosion, but I'm a big fan of this dude just in general. But I think Bones Highland is the sixth man of the year. Dude averaging Bones Highland averaging 10 points. He averaged 19 minutes last year. I don't really know if they're going to ease Jamal Murray in, but if not, I mean, this dude's a spark off the bench. And
I like his game.
Yeah, I love Bones Highland. So Bones Highland's my sixth man of the year.
Man, I bet if you could find a book that has that, I guarantee you
his
it's
odds
plus 25,000.
Nah, his odds are not even as high as you think it is. And what's crazy, it's like I was looking into him, and then there was like all these CBS reporters are saying like, "Yo, his odds are like too light. That's a guy we should be focusing and hammering on." I'm like, where the fuck is this Bones Highland love coming from?
You know, but
I don't see him on the book.
There's so many teams that are so deep now that they have borderline all-stars coming off the bench. Like,
yeah,
we don't know if John Wall's going to come off the bench.
He was another one.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it from John Wall this year.
Bro, I can't sit here. I mean, you said going off script. I can't see you saying Bones Highland's gonna.
Oh, you said Bones. Okay, I'm sitting here looking for Bones. I didn't know his name's Nashawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right behind Tyler Hero.
What was that, 6th or 7th?
Let me.
It's Jordan Poole, man.
Fifth.
I mean,
that's not bad though. I mean, for him to be that high up.
Come on, man. You got to dig a little. Find the fucking.
I like it.
The
favorite don't get it every year, you know.
Not at all.
Yeah, almost never.
And Jordan Poole favorite.
I mean, Lou Will and fucking Jamal Crawford.
But when Lou Will was there, bro,
but when they was going back to back,
they were obvious picks.
Yeah,
they need that.
That's how
they need to name that.
That's how I feel about Jordan Poole right now. Is that he's the obvious pick. Because had he not started 50 games last year,
I'm telling you, this is the way he's going to lose that shit. I'm telling you, I think they're going to start phasing out Draymond towards the middle or the second half of the season.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that.
And you're going to see Wiggins play 4, and you're going to start seeing fucking them running a 3 straight, and Clay will be the fucking small forward.
Bro, I don't see.
They can do that now.
Right? Which would take Jordan Poole off the requirements for 6 man.
If that happens, then
yeah. I think he'll be taken out of that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to see certain lineups like that before even midseason, where Wiggins is the 4.
But see, I don't know if they ever start Poole. I think they can switch that early, but I think last year, they're looking at him and like let him get this because he's gonna be the future. He's not gonna hit. This is his last shot at 6 man because he's gonna be starting here soon. I think Clay's got 2 years left on his contract.
What's another thing? I mean, the NBA is so full of guys that take these fucking rest days. It's like Jordan Poole instantly goes into the lineup. So won't that kind of cut into the requirements of how many games you need to be off 6 man?
No idea. Like I said, I don't know the requirements. I don't know if there is requirements. I just know last year he started like 50 games, so he definitely couldn't win last year.
Definitely couldn't.
Yeah, but I don't know if there is.
He got votes last year. He got outvoted.
That's wild.
Yeah, he was in the running. He just got outvoted.
I
Yeah,
guess
it's
you
just
just have to
favoritism
be,
then.
you just have to be
Maybe it's
listed.
barring injury.
I mean,
he
Yeah,
comes
I
off the
don't
bench, but this
It's very
so and so
favoritism.
was.
But I mean,
don't know what I don't know
if you
what it
looked at
is.
Tyler Hero's, he
But
should have won.
they
The right man
specifically
won.
said Poole didn't get it because he started 50 games. Like I remember seeing that on his like they were talking about like he started 50 games. He shouldn't be
So
in.
you think he had better numbers than Tyler Hero? He had
No,
a
I
better
think Tyler
season?
Hero won
No.
it outright last year, but like they were saying,
I mean,
how many
Tyler
votes
Hero
did Poole
plays
get?
starter minutes. That motherfucker
For
plays
sure.
30 minutes a game.
For sure.
His was his I don't know.
Jordan Poole probably played average around the same, but he
Mhm.
started 50 some games. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well let's jump right into most improved. I'll actually start this one. I think the easy answer. The thing is, I don't really understand what would you
What the
consider most
class?
improved.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I said
So
too.
I will say this before we dive too much into that. It's a year 3 player on average. It's a guy that had a good rookie
that
season.
wins.
Yes, that wins it. Like
Okay.
when you look at it, it's not a second year player. Like it's almost like I forget they were talking about it last year on why
Someone
John
at
Morant
least
got it.
year 3.
Yeah, it's year 3 is when they start looking at most improved. So if you got a second year guy, just go ahead. I'm not saying he can't do it, but when they were talking about it last year, statistically, it's a third year guy that gets most improved.
All right. Well, you guys, Trent, you start this one then.
All right, mine. Been saying this. I already put the money down on it. Plus 1,800. Locked my man Zion Williamson in for it. I know he's gonna come back. I think he's gonna
Does
lead.
that count?
Is
Yeah.
this comeback player of the year?
This is most
I
improved.
thought it was most
I mean-
improved, not comeback. Is that
It
the
is
same
most
thing?
I mean,
improved. You know what he got to do to be
so what's he
improved?
got? Yeah, because he averaged like in the season he played, he averaged 27. Like, what
Or
the
you
Hold
fuck
on,
think?
so-
Or you
this
think
guy's
they just
gonna
give
do?
him the award to give him the award?
Yeah, is this most improved or comeback? Because if I'm doing like
Most he's what do you mean he's third on the Bucks? Like, he's on the Bucks. I got him at plus
It-
1,800.
is
I hear
John
you,
Wall in
but
the books?
what
John
does he
Wall is
have
not
to
on the
do?
Bucks. The top players were Anthony Edwards, Maxey, Barrett, Williamson, Brunson, and Halliburton.
Oh,
How
so
fucking Anthony
guys
Edwards
I
be
got
most
it. Okay.
improved? You would have to be just MVP then, right?
I mean, I feel
Anthony
like
Edwards
you can still improve other than
Anthony
scoring. Like,
Edwards
you know
would
what I
be the same
mean?
thing as like what you saw Ja do last year. Ja had a really good second year, but then took that MVP step his third year where he was getting like he was in the conversation. That's where Anthony Edwards would have to go this year to be in that conversation.
Okay, yeah. Then.
But as far as Zion, I see him. I think he was averaging what, like 25, 26, 27, something around in that range.
26
Yeah.
for a career.
But we see a
season.
bigger step from him defensively, rebounding, and I think playmaking a little.
He's already a pretty fucking good rebounder.
I'm sorry. It's statistic wise.
Those
I think
the pictures they sent out, the team pictures. Does he look like he slimmed down a little bit?
he did.
Yeah.
You didn't see all the memes and everything?
Nah, I don't
Going
pay that
on?
much attention
They
to
thought
it.
he was like
I
300
saw
pounds
the
and
team
shit.
with him, BI, and CJ, and he looked like he slimmed down. Because I know when the year he played, he said he was too heavy, he couldn't move quick enough. He wasn't quick enough. And he wanted to lose some of that. So I guess he actually did.
But anyways, my main thing is everyone, we know what if you're not in the spotlight, you're forgotten about. I think he's gonna come back, have his highlight plays, and everyone's gonna be on the train, dick riding, basically.
Yeah, I mean, he went out of play, but he was still in the spotlight. All last year, all we could talk about, even when he wasn't on the court, was does he want to be here? Is he going to be here next year? Is he going to go to New York?
Well, I'm saying as far as his play. Like I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys do, but follow the House of Highlights.
Oh, yeah.
LaMelo Ball can make just a simple crossover and he's on the page.
Yeah,
and I feel like Zion's a similar player like that. And John Morant.
Yeah, Zion's got everything he needs. He's got the public behind him. He comes out day one with his opening whenever he plays and dunks one time, and Zion's back. Like
it's actually crazy because they play the Nets tomorrow. That's gonna be a crazy game. I can't wait to watch that.
He's banging on Ben Simmons.
Not so fast.
So who does Ben Simmons guard that game?
I think you put him on BI. I think you put him on BI.
Okay. Johnny, who's your most improved before I go?
I think it's SGA with what's the name out? Chet. Yeah. Bro, there's not much else there. You got Josh Giddey, who's so far he's only proven himself to have one good year. So
I hate to think
that guy.
They're like ruining his prime years. Like a lot of people forget, like he was on the Clippers. Like
Yeah.
even on the Clippers, he was nice. Imagine him still on that team, but obviously they wouldn't be the team they are without having to give him up. But
Right.
he's definitely one of my favorite players too.
Did you find yours, Ant?
Yeah, I actually, I mean, I had it written down backwards. So I think the obvious answer is Halliburton. I think that's a little mini superstar that's going to show up in Indiana. They traded for him instead of Fox.
Yeah, I had him down.
Yeah, and then on top of it, the one I actually like the most, and I think he's going to blossom this year. I mean, the kid was already on. I mean, he's so underrated. Anyone in the award that no one even talks about. I think Scotty Barnes wins Most Improved Player of the Year because it wasn't he hurt all last year, or he was like
He got
was
hurt the
like
end
half
of
the year?
last season.
I thought he won Rookie of the Year.
Was that the year before, or was that last year?
It was last year. Him and
Last
Woodley were
year.
both rookies last
Yeah.
year.
Oh, then hey, then he'll take a leap. I think he you might laugh, but I think he represents Toronto as an all-star.
Am I mad at
That's
it
my
in the
prediction
East?
of Scotty Barnes.
I'm really not mad at it.
Yeah. Especially as long as they get one representative. I mean, who else is going to represent that team?
Yeah, nobody.
No,
Except Siakam.
I think he's overrated. I think he got his
Well,
bag.
I mean, he's
he
an
could be
all-star.
overrated,
Yeah,
but he's
we
an all.
can think
I
that
think
he
he was
is
an
an
all-pro
all-star.
player, like all-pro. He was all.
Well, he's declining because I know they were thinking about getting rid of him when
He's
the trade
peaked.
deadline.
I don't know if he's
Yeah.
declining, but he's peaked. Like he's not going to get better.
And
He is
then
where he is now.
yeah. So I like Scotty Barnes.
So my name was Halliburton. Like I said, in Indiana, there's nobody there. He's gonna be close to a triple-double average, but I think that's the easy answer. And then I had this one down. I don't know if it's even viable because I don't know shit about this dude other than he was hurt last year and he's Johnny's favorite player on this team. Wiseman. If he comes back healthy and he balls out, is that possible for him? I don't know much. I don't know how long he's been in the league or anything like that. Or if
I mean, he's
done
definitely not
anything.
even on this list.
Yeah, he wasn't on the list.
Was he? He wasn't a rookie last year, was he?
Wiseman?
No, wasn't it 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think
he was hurt all year last year. It's the same kind of concept Trent was talking about with Zion. I just did it with him to where people forgot that he's a freak athlete. He's huge.
He was a rookie last year or 2020.
Fine,
So,
yeah.
2 years ago. But same concept. Hurt last year. People forgot about him. He's going to be on a dominant Golden State team. And yeah, I think he could take a step. Might not win it, but I think he reminds people, look, I'm here. Like
Yeah.
I think Kevon Looney started the night. I don't think that happens for too much longer. It's kind of where I'm at with it.
I mean, even if it does, you got Wiseman and Poole coming off the bench for you. I mean, that's an issue I think every team in the league would be glad to have.
I mean, their whole bench would be glad. They'd be glad to have them. They got Kuminga coming out there too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Johnny, you already give yours?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
SGA.
I know, I forgot. I was looking at the odds. All right, so let's jump into Rookie of the Year. Who do you guys like? This one, I think there's a couple obvious answers that people want to win, and like I said before, I like to jump off the wall with it. So I'm a big.
I want you to go ahead and start. I want you to go.
All
ahead
right, let's do this. I'm a big Jaden Ivey fan. Obviously,
Oh, I love Jaden Ivey.
I mean, I love him. But if there's a guy that you guys want to kind of spin down on and kind of do a little lottery ticket, if you guys are betting, I think Indiana has their backcourt of the future. I actually like Halliburton.
Benedict.
Yeah. I'm a big Benedict fan. He's actually getting high praise. LeBron James is actually talking big shit about him. How like no one actually talks about him.
Well, you didn't see what he said about LeBron?
I mean, you gotta. He's trying to stand out, get a little bit of clout.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like you just can't come at the king like that.
I mean, that's kind of like that's like the kids these days, man. It's either you're a big mouth and you kind of trying to jump up the reins by doing that, or I mean, I like him. So I think he's a stud. He was definitely a stud in college, and with him and Halliburton, I mean, the bottom half of the East, someone's got to fucking bring it up. So I like Benedict. Benedict to win Rookie of the Year.
Fair enough.
Yeah, mine's I don't like this player really at all. But
how you going? You don't like him at all?
I don't. But I
what his play, like his play style, or what? Or just in general? You just
in
one of them players you just don't like.
Yeah, Banchero. I don't.
Oh, that's my pick, bro.
I know. I knew it was your pick too.
You said
but,
Paolo?
Yeah.
I
mean, Chet would have been Chet was definitely going to be my pick, but plagued by fucking injury.
Year.
the public's gonna love Banchero, and
I mean,
even if-
for a reason though. I feel like he's the most NBA ready, size, play style. I think he brings it all to the table, and he's going to be on that Magic team that's going to be playing him all game.
yeah,
Love what I
I
saw
mean,
from him in preseason. Jalen Suggs is out for some time, so I think they're just going to be running with him. And I mean, you don't see him putting up numbers on the team. Well, I mean, obviously, if you said you picked him as well, you just don't like him.
His favorite. That's what he said. So
Yeah.
he obviously.
I mean, I feel like the public loves him, and I feel like if other players were to put up similar numbers, he would get it just because he is who he is.
But I feel like that's because he went to Duke, and now the public like reeled him in, claimed him as theirs, basically,
Yeah,
as they do their Dukies.
I think the public likes Jaden Ivey too, bro.
But that's because he's getting the hype now because they're like, oh, John Morant 2.0, this, that, and
Hometown kid.
He'll make the plays. He'll make the highlight plays that get people talking, keep them relevant.
Jaden Ivey's that guy. He's a dog. For sure.
Yeah.
So, y'all know I don't watch a lot of college basketball, which is kind of why I went with this guy, because he didn't play last year. Shaden Sharp went to Toronto.
Ooh.
From what I'm hearing, because like I watch a lot of other people talk sports that I'm not big into college basketball, but he went to Kentucky and redshirted and didn't play. Said he was trying to get bigger, better, faster, stronger for the NBA, didn't care about college basketball. He was the 3rd overall recruit out of high school, which means he is that guy. For him to go in, not play at Kentucky, and then still be a top 10 draft pick, I mean, that just speaks to the amount of talent this kid has, right? And he's in a nice situation. And he's in a nice situation in Toronto to where it's him
Portland.
Portland. That's right. With Dame, him and Dame, and then I mean, they just paid Anthony, but who else? I mean,
yeah, when I tell you he got it, he got it. So. I've been watching basketball like the whole offseason, and he was the whole reason they won the NBA Summer League. I don't know if you guys watched that at all, but I caught a couple games, and he is a bucket. Was in high school, and he's going to be in the NBA. He can shoot, put it on the floor. He's definitely going to be a sniper for that team. And like Donovan said, in Portland, they need some people to score. So
yeah. Like I said, I don't watch a lot. When I saw that he didn't even play, I was like, perfect. And just go with the guy that said fuck college too.
Yo, a lot of people like Keegan Bradley. I know we haven't talked about him, but
that's Tyson's guy.
For some reason, a lot of people thinking
Keegan
high.
Bradley?
What?
Keegan Murray?
Keegan Murray.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I was like, who's
Keegan Murray for Sacramento? A lot of people are hyped on Sacramento to do things this year, which I don't see.
That's funny as shit. The group chat literally just said Lakers suck, go Kings. What's the score of that game? Does anybody know?
They're down 7.
Yeah.
Down 7.
All right. Well, let's I think this is going to correlate to who you guys probably have as your top team in the NBA, or at least one of your better teams. But who do you guys have as coach of the year? Anyone?
I thought it was pretty easy because what he did with the team last year when his stars were out. Tyronn Lue. It didn't have Kawhi, didn't have Paul George. You just got John Wall and those two back healthy. I think they're making a finals run, and he should win coach of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's kind of the reason I stepped. I almost said him too, but I stepped away because I think the Clippers can only upset people. Right? They have so much talent on that roster that if they don't do something, you blame Tyronn Lue. But if they do everything we expect them to, I'm not giving him credit. The roster is fucking loaded. You know what I mean? I think, and you're probably right, because the coach of the year really goes to the best record, and that could be them. Probably will be them. So, yeah. But I went different. I went Willie Green in New Orleans. I think
he was my second pick.
Yeah, I think their big 3 is gonna come out here and really show the world. And I have, if we were doing our power rankings today, I have them at the 4 seed, right over Minnesota. So, yeah, I think they're going to be the real deal. And yeah, I think he
didn't you see he had Dallas as the 4th seed earlier?
No, I said Dallas would be a top 4 seed.
So you have them at 2
So
or 3.
you have them at 2 or 3.
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean,
My reasoning for this is gonna make sense, but like I said, if we were doing it, you guys would see where I'm at and why I'm thinking that. But I have Dallas at 3. I think Dallas finishes 3rd. I don't think like these other teams with Kawhi, for instance, they'll get days of rest. They'll take their days off. And they're not worried about regular season, getting the playoffs, and that's when real basketball starts. Well, I don't think the Mavericks want to have to fight through a Denver and then fight through Golden State. I think they did that last year. Like, yo, let's be the favorites this time. Like, let's get our own home court advantage. They'll play hard all regular season, and I think they win a lot of games. But yeah, Willie Green, man, coach of the year.
I like it. Well, I'll just go over mine before yours, Trent. Obviously, I love the Tyronn Lue pick. That was definitely on my radar. I think it's more of a biased pick of obviously who the top team is. I consider the Denver Nuggets like the Buffalo Bills. They're the tryhards in the regular seasons. So I actually have Mike Malone winning it. And if this team even comes close to a top 2 pick, I understand they have all the talent in the world. But I think we're sleeping on like Joe Mazzulla too. I think if he can get that team to where they were with this whole coaching drama, I think he's definitely in the runnings as well in Boston.
Has to be.
Yeah.
That's a fair pick. I didn't even think about that in Boston.
Yeah, especially because it's all over the news.
Yeah,
about
it's
the whole
crazy. They're
coaching
saying
shit. So
he's not.
It's
they're
it's
saying
like
he's
the
not coming
perfect
back.
story. It's the perfect setup story.
exactly, if the media wants something they can kind of like feed
Mhm.
off of. And the only reason why I don't see the Clippers being the number 1 seed is because these guys do take like hella
Yeah,
days
that's
off.
and that's out, bro. I think the Clippers.
Well, I don't think they're going to be a 1 seed.
I don't think Clippers are top 4.
I don't think Tyronn Lue wins it
What?
if they aren't at least a top 2 seed. So that's why I'm like Mike Malone can probably run away with this because their team only tries in the fucking regular season.
Yeah, I think the Clippers just take all the days off. Yeah, Trey,
Yeah, but
you
they
think
are. It's not even close. They are the deepest team in the NBA.
100%. They're probably the best team on paper, but
Oh
when
my
it comes
God.
to these rest days, they just, I mean,
Well, I mean, it's
that's what I'm
mainly
saying.
just Kawhi, but
They just got to
yeah.
get to the playoffs.
You
That's
think
what
it'll
that
just
team
be
needs to do.
Kawhi? You don't think Paul George is going to see that, and especially coming off
Not
last year?
not as much. I mean, Kawhi
Well,
at times
no
it was
one's not as
every
much.
other
Kawhi
game.
takes every other game off. He plays 40 games a season.
I think you're going to see that a little bit with John Wall, too.
I mean, yeah, but
Definitely.
That's
I
just
mean-
injuries wise. Yeah.
yeah.
I actually think he has a big year. I mean, I hate to say it.
I
I
do.
actually
I don't.
hope he has a big year. I mean, I hope for the dude with all the bullshit he had to go
I
through.
don't.
Come on, bro. He literally got hurt. His
hopeful.
mom
I don't
died.
think it
It was like
happens,
his
but I'm
sister
hopeful.
died. I mean, it's all this bullshit all at once. So I actually feel for the dude.
I'm hopeful, but I don't think it happens. Who's your coach, Trent?
I'm gonna save it for because it's Tyne and them who I have winning the finals. So I'll just wait till we give that pick.
It's probably
Tied
fucking
in.
Steve Nash and shit. All right, so
This man's a mind reader because the Brooklyn Nets are winning the chip.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. Who do you have?
It's the Nets. I think with Kyrie and KD, Ben Simmons, them obviously we know what they bring to the table. But if you're looking at their depths, like coming off the bench, they have one of the best shooters in the league, in Joe Harris. They got Royce O'Neal. He's a good 3-and-D player. Patty Mills is still there. He can still shoot the hell out of the ball. And then they got Cam Thomas. He's a young dude who can shoot too.
Seth
But-
Curry's going to come off the bench too, isn't he?
Yo,
I thought Seth Curry was going to start.
Uh,
When you guys start Kyrie, Seth Curry, and then obviously you got Ben Simmons and KD, whoever's going to play the 3 or the 4, and then Nick Claxton.
I'll look it up.
But
yeah, do that. He
What a
came off
lot
the
of-
bench last year. I don't know why. I don't know who was in that wasn't in.
what a lot of there's no way he came off the bench last
It's
year.
because it's what's his face isn't on the team anymore. Bruce
Seth
Brown.
Curry came off
Didn't
the
Bruce
bench
Brown
last year.
start last year?
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown left. Fair enough. That's who it was.
But-
so Seth might.
What a lot of people are forgetting or didn't even notice is that they picked up TJ Warren too. And the last time we saw TJ Warren, this man was balling in the bubble. He looked like the player of the bubble.
oh,
And,
definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So he's healed up. I think he actually might miss like first 2 weeks or something. But if he comes back with that same play style, I think they're gonna be the East is gonna be in trouble.
I agree. That's my finals matchup. Tyronn Lue and those Clippers versus the Nets. And that they were I was on the fence with New Orleans head coach Nash and Lou, but I got the Clippers winning it all. They are the deepest team in the NBA.
You gonna throw some money on that?
I mean, I don't ever care to throw money on a
Future, yeah.
They're gonna be starting Joe Harris.
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured.
Yeah.
That's a good spark though.
All right, Donna, let's switch it up, man, because all I'm hearing is this net shit. What you
Yeah,
got?
I'm not
I mean,
rocking.
I got
He
Clippers.
said
I just
Clippers.
think
He
that
said Clippers, and
Who
I
do you have coming out of the East, Johnny?
mean the Nets.
Nets.
He said Clippers Nets.
Okay.
So I'm going different on both ends because we argued, I think, off pod a while ago. I love the Nuggets this year. I
To
think the
win it
Nuggets,
all?
huh?
To win it
Yeah,
all?
I love the Nuggets this year. I think last year you watched Jokic carry that entire fucking team by himself. You're bringing, regardless of what you want to say about how good Jamal Murray is going to be after injury, or how good Michael, them being on the court is already better than what the fuck he had last year. Just their presence alone, they're going to be better. So I like them. And then out of the East to me was tough this year because with all the off court shit that Boston's dealing with, I don't know if they're going to be able to. Regular season, I think they'll be fine, but missing that coach in the playoffs, I think, is a big deal. And with Milwaukee, I don't know how long Middleton's out for.
Couple weeks.
Is it just a couple weeks?
Yeah.
He'll be back. So I like the Bucks a lot. But I think it's the Sixers, honestly. Embiid is as dominant as they come. I just sat here and talked shit about Harden off pod for like the last probably hour straight. How he's taking a step back, but even taking a step back scoring, like these guys keep bashing into my school, he's still gonna be right around 10 assists, shooting 20. And if he's as efficient as he was tonight, they'll get home court advantage, and I think they can go through the East with matchups in their favor. So I got Nuggets, Sixers, Nuggets win it. I think we'll see Jokic versus Embiid in the finals. That's my dream.
I like that. Ooh.
I mean, I love that. I mean, that's more off the wall than mine. I say we're going to see just a repeat of the NBA Finals from last year. And I'm taking Boston this time. I think, especially that's why you keep seeing these Tatum numbers and the MVP odds. I think you're going to see Tatum actually get over the hump, be the superstar that he really is. And I have Boston. That's why I keep trying to tell you. I always think this is an entertainment sport. It's not a sport, it's entertainment. And I'm going to see that. You're going to see a lot of media. It's like, oh, off-season bullshit with the coach, and it's going to be like a good feel if they win this shit. So I have Boston beating the Warriors in the NBA Finals.
So Trent, your coach of the year was Steve Nash?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeedy.
So that means you think they're going to be the number one team in the NBA?
I think so. Yeah.
I respect it.
I like their roster.
You think Kyrie's head's in it this year?
It has to be, bro. You're running out of your.
I think he's going to be
running
in
out
the
of
running
your
for the
years.
MVP.
Trust me, I think it's
I think so.
It's either he's really, really good, or I mean, we're just gonna get weirdo Kyrie and shit.
Oh well,
Trent's
you got to
adding
think.
years to my
I
life.
mean, it doesn't.
Weren't
When
they
he's
just
on
calling
the
for Steve
floor,
Nash's head?
he's
Huh?
fucking. The guy is terrific.
That's the only thing I don't like about this net shit. Like, let's break this down. I think the Sixers are gonna run the regular season in the East because
Yes.
everyone's gonna be hyped on them. I think the West, obviously, the Clippers have a lot of hype. I think the Mavericks are going to be steamed. You're going to see a lot of hype with them. But people keep forgetting that a lot of these fucking players wanted Steve Nash out of Brooklyn. So they just woke up overnight and said, hey, we're fucking the Brady Bunch now. So I think that shit's going to fucking crawl back up them towards the playoffs. And then that team's just not. They're getting in the second round. They're just going to lose. Straight up.
Yeah, but you're big on these stories. How good does that sound?
I mean,
all these players wanted out.
filled. Yeah.
I mean, but what kind of story is it? It's not like the Celtics couldn't help that their coach is doing some off the wall shit.
Steve Nash couldn't help that his players wanted out.
I'm sure he could if he was doing the right thing.
That's a player thing though, right? Like,
yeah, that's relationships. The Boston shit was like away from the team.
Boston shit was a relationship.
Yeah, no, but the
I mean,
Brooklyn shit's on court issues that are stemming them wanting out. Boston is just some off the wall affair. Like, this man's out here doing crazy shit. Like,
well, I'm gonna say one thing: things go well when you're winning, and Nets weren't winning last year. So
I agree with that 100%. That was,
you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
if the Celtics had a bad season, and
Nash
they would
couldn't
be
help
like,
that
get this
his
man a
player
batter.
wouldn't go get vaccinated and couldn't
and then
play
he
half
couldn't
the
help
year.
that Harden fucking hamstring was hurting for 2 seasons, and then KD injury. Like, he can't help that. But that's my biggest thing. If Nash wins the coach of the year, then I have no idea what the fuck's going on with basketball. Just because last year I could have sworn halfway through the season and in playoffs, They were saying he needed fired, like he shouldn't come back this year. To do that, to then go to coach of the year, I don't know. I finally talked to fucking Spectrum today. I've been paying for fucking league NBA TV league pass for fucking the last month and a half, waiting for this fucking shit to go through. And I didn't get to watch a single preseason game because I didn't have access. So they finally
But now you got
rebooted.
access.
They got my shit, so I'll be watching a lot of basketball this season.
Well, anyways,
And
I don't listen to anything when it comes to coaches because Dwayne Casey won Coach of the Year and then got fired.
yeah, that shit's fucking crazy.
That was some internal shit though.
I do have one question before we get off this topic. Do you guys have any agendas for teams that aren't your teams? Like trying other than the Heat and LeBron, is there a certain team you're looking for this year? Like
that I want to see. Yeah, I want to see the Pelicans. I want to see the Pelicans. And I like the Bulls and the Sixers. I mean, I know that's a lot of teams, but
it's a lot of teams in the East, bro.
For sure, it's tough. Yeah, but I mean, just because like we were talking about Harden, I feel like that his role changed. He just gets so much hate now, and I think he's a better player now.
I gave him a lot of hate just for the last 2 seasons. I know his role changed, but to me, and you said you didn't see it, it looked like he lost a step. Like he couldn't even get by people. And to me, being a part of being a good playmaker is driving and dishing out, but I feel like he couldn't get to the rim to do that anymore.
But I mean, I don't know.
You watch basketball more than me, so I'll take your word for it.
We just saw him.
He just
was it Marcus Smart? Put him on the floor, didn't he? Last year's Defensive Player of the Year.
He put on the floor today.
Put on his ass.
He dropped Tatum too.
That must have been the first 3 quarters. So I like I said, I turned in for the fourth. I was with the
hit him with the shimmy.
And then he airballed it.
No, he
did airball.
Yeah,
he did airball.
No, he didn't. He made it. The one I saw.
Well, he must have dropped him twice then.
Oh, the one I saw, he was shimmying and he airballed it.
Nah, Marcus Smart, he dropped him, and he was like 10 feet away.
It was at the top of the key. This was at the top of the key.
Yeah. That the one I saw, he made.
Oh, the one I saw, he like airballed, and they were like, "What happened to the ball?" Because it looked like it was going perfect, and then it just stopped.
Maybe that's the one you thought he made, Johnny, because he like
I saw the fallback and everything.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Trent?
It looked like he flopped a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
He missed that. That's the one he airballed.
Son, on God, he
pull the clip, bro.
I saw it on Twitter. I started laughing because they're like, "Yo, did the Monstars take the ability on the walls and shit?"
That's hilarious.
Yo, while he's looking up that clip, although obviously I dug a little deeper since you brought this up, Dono. I do have like 3 solid predictions. These are just very bold.
Yeah. Do that.
One, I think my prediction is you're going to see the Suns trade away Chris Paul like halfway through the season. I think he's going to be the weight that's going to weigh them down. I think Father Time is finally going to hit up on Chris Paul. And I mean,
he didn't look the same last season.
I think the Suns are going to be a playing team. I think that whole DeAndre Ayton contract, they didn't want that shit. Like,
yeah, I got Suns at 9.
Yeah, so I got that. I also think I'm jumping ship. I hope they burn down the whole fucking city. I think all Charlotte teams are shit right now. I think this LaMelo thing is going to drag out through the season. And I mean, James Bouknight just got fucking arrested.
Bouknight, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think they're going to be making a run at Victor this season. I think
Charlotte. Is it Bo Night? I've been calling him Bouknight.
Bouknight, whatever. I don't know what the fuck is that. Yeah, so and then
he did miss that shit.
And then my last shit for you, and this actually goes off of Dono. You'll appreciate this. My dark horse to win the fucking NBA Finals this year, and I think it's off his historic shit. If he's MVP, I think Mark Cuban's going to sell the fucking house and get a superstar halfway through the season. I think the Mavericks can make a run at the fucking NBA Finals.
I don't think they're going to be as good as everyone thinks.
I think Christian Wood is breakout player of the year.
Yeah, I think Christian.
That's my finals matchup.
He always had a shitty
Nets Mavericks.
Yeah,
Nets,
he's always had
your finals matchup.
Yep.
Hold on, you didn't fucking say that. That's fucking crazy.
You didn't ask. Yeah, you guys didn't ask.
We all gave our whole sit. Trent went straight to just that's his team winning it. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's my matchup.
I don't see it.
You got any teams you have for?
Basically, just because of the depth they don't have.
Well, I think
you saw it in the playoffs last year.
Well, you got to. They were missing. They were missing Tim Hardaway Jr. last year.
I'm talking about depth. He's a starter.
Okay. Well, I mean, they brought in Christian Wood.
He's a starter.
They got JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
Josh Green off the bench.
I heard their Christian Wood's gonna be starting off the bench.
He's off the bench. Yeah.
Oh.
He was in the 6-man that Trent was talking about.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either. Your face, Johnny, that was my face when Trent said Christian Wood was top for 6th man of the year odds, and I was like, he's not gonna start for them.
It's because they love Dorian Finney there, and they're gonna start JaVale. And they're going to bring Spencer Dinwiddie and Wood off the bench.
I don't hate that. That gives them that
Dwight
depth Johnny was
Powell,
talking about. Gives them options.
Bertans. Who's the guard that was on the Nuggets last year?
They have Reggie Bullock, Dorial Finney-Smith. They have Josh Green.
Who's the point guard from the Nuggets? Campasa or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't.
Oh yeah.
They have him as a fifth. They have him as a fifth string.
I think they just signed him like yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, they got Frank Nikita, Kina or whatever.
But I could see him fitting in that on that Dallas team.
I'm just big on Christian Wood.
I'm not high on. I mean, I got them at like the 6th seed going in, and
I have them like the 3rd or 4th seed.
Without the depth, I don't see how they can beat.
I don't think
I don't see how they can beat.
Season.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm talking
That's
about
what I'm
playoffs.
Oh, you're talking about playoffs. You said you had them at 6.
Oh, he has them in the fucking finals. So.
Well, you said you had them at 60.
They made it to the conference finals last year.
The only way they make it to the finals, I said the bold prediction is like if they're actually making a run at it,
they got to bring somebody in.
Bring in someone super by the trade
deadline.
Bring
somebody in to do that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
What, conference final last year?
With yes, I know.
Right. Yeah. Everybody hurt, but we'll see.
Anyway, Johnny, do you have any teams you have agendas for? I'm trying to figure out who I need to watch this season. Like if there's must-see teams to watch, either it's young talent or just good basketball.
Pelicans.
Right. Young talent. Watch the Magic.
Minnesota definitely.
Magic. Minnesota. See, I can't watch Minnesota being a Grizzlies fan. That's just dumb.
I'd rather watch fucking Sacramento than the Magic.
I won't watch the Kings. I hate De'Aaron Fox.
I like Sabonis. I'm a big fan of Sabonis and FanDuel. That dude be wrecking.
Yeah.
Actually, I will have to watch the Kings because I have Sabonis on my team.
Yeah.
I mean, good basketball. To me, it's just going to be the Sixers. But I will also be watching the Clippers.
Okay.
Yeah, Don, just watch somebody on your team,
right, Johnny?
Nope.
Do you have a player, or you just watch basketball for?
I mean,
sport.
Jordan Poole now.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jordan Poole. LeBron always.
James, baby.
Yeah, that's about it.
Probably like Poole and Ben Simmons, huh?
I mean, yeah, I've always loved Ben Simmons too.
Is Ben Simmons over Jordan Poole then?
Jordan he's climbing that ladder. He's definitely close, but yeah, no, I still like Ben Simmons more.
Okay.
All
right.
Well, let's change it to a different sport. Let's jump into the NFL. We actually made some coin last week. Big off of that. Finally, the no nonsense parlay hit. This week we're gonna go back to back. I promise you guys that. Let's jump right into it. What legs are we bringing to the table? Trent put it in so we can see the odds, and Donna, start us off.
Yeah, I had to just to touch on it. We had to get away from that fucking nut shit from last week. From what we've been doing all season, we were kind of all just taking out here, throwing some plus money shit in there. Like, we kind of just gotta take what we know is gonna hit. That's under that damn shit. Because with all 4 of us, the odds will look good at the end anyway. Mm-hmm. Chiefs money line, man, they're not gonna lose 2 in a row.
You said Chiefs money line
against the 49ers.
There is no way they lose 2 in a row. The 49ers' entire defense last week, they were missing 7 of 11 starters last week. Even if they bring half that back, they're still missing half their defensive line. They lost their corner for the year. Like, Chiefs will win this game. And I think it's handedly. When you make Jimmy keep up with you, he turns the ball over. He did it last week against Atlanta. Kansas City will win this game.
I like it. I actually agree.
I'm taking their points, but I'm telling y'all money line because it's still in that spectrum. It's minus 170 odds, so it's still there for you. But
minus 164 on FanDuel right now.
I'm personally taking points. I think they'll cover.
I like it. All right, John, what you got?
Texas A&M over South Carolina. It is minus 160 right now.
South Carolina has not impressed me.
Yeah, who's their quarterback again?
Rattler. Texas A&M doesn't look as good as what I thought they were going to this year, but they're better at football than South Carolina, so they're going to win that game.
I like it. All right, my leg, even though I'm going against the wagon, I'm taking the Titans money line at home against the Colts. Reason why, I'll break it down statistically. Vrabel is actually 4-0 off of a bye as a head coach. Colts just had a hard divisional game against the Jags. That was kind of like their Super Bowl. They couldn't lose. twice to
They
them.
should have lost.
They
should've.
won and made us some coin, and JT was coming off an injury. It's also in Tennessee. It's kind of a letdown spot for the Colts. I see Derrick Henry kind of running all over them. Give me the Titans money line.
It's the bye week, man. You should not be on a bye week coming out. You should not come out of a bye week and play a divisional opponent.
Ever.
That's trash to me. That's a setup game.
Yeah, that's a target.
I think the Colts are gonna get smacked. I agree with you.
Yep.
In mine, I think we're gonna see a big offensive load from them this week. And mine was the Buccaneers points. It's over 25.5 against the Panthers. I think this is gonna be the game that you start to see Brady looking like Brady. And
Man, I have been waiting that all fucking season.
Yeah,
And
I was gonna say that.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
I think they win.
I'm gonna rock with you because it's like the ones that I like that you say they lose. The ones that I don't seem to be hitting. So I'm gonna rock with you. But the Panthers have a good defense. And
AC Horn's out though, I think.
And they're running the ball a lot more with this.
Pretty sure.
Who's your coach right now? Wilkes, right?
Steve Wilkins.
He's giving CMC the ball. They're not trying to lose games by 30 points. Like they will be competitive. And I don't.
Yeah, but I thought CMC. I know he had a good receiving game, but I swear he had 51 yards in the first quarter and ended with 60 something.
Oh, was it that bad?
Yeah.
Well, my thing is, they gave up the last 3 games. They gave up 26 points to the Cardinals, 37 to the 49ers, and 24 to the Rams offense that looked like trash. So I think the Buccaneers will surpass 25.5.
Yeah, but the Bucs offense looks like trash too.
And the Panthers aren't good. So
no, they're not good at all.
Yeah, we'll be going for that number one.
I will say this: the Bucs defense will force turnovers in this
turnovers,
game.
Right?
They will. So that'll give them short fields. You said it was 25.5.
Yep.
I don't hate that.
So that's what I like. And right now for the parlay this week, we're gonna get y'all some money. The odds are plus 716. I know myself, I'm betting $50, so I will walk away with 358 this week.
Let's say this: you guys want to juice it up? I'm actually pretty confident in Donovan's and mine as well. You could take the fucking points because I know that shit's gonna slap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want,
if you want to boost it up, just take it up too.
That was good enough for me, but if y'all want to,
the money line is my leg. Take that. But if y'all are feeling spicy, take the spread because they cover. They cover.
Oh, I gotta know now. What are we doing? We doing a money line?
I'm telling the people what to do. The pick is the money line. If you're feeling spicy, take the spread. But
if you're a unit guy, do 1 unit on the parlay, maybe a half or like a quarter on the fucking spreads.
There you go.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's jump into this. So Donovan, I know you got something cooked up with a would you rather. Let's see what you got cooked up.
Yes, I do. So first one, opening night of NBA. We'll start with this. Team's now 1-0. And we're gonna go with our point guard, Marcus Smart. So a couple names in here. I think one of them is obvious, but other than that, I think it'll be pretty good. So Marcus Smart or Drew Holiday?
Drew Holiday for me.
I like Drew, yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, right now today.
Fuck. All right, Drew.
Drew
overall. Yeah.
Okay. I knew I was getting Drew from those two who just had this conversation. Marcus Smart or Darius Garland?
Like if I'm just starting or getting a team and starting it tomorrow,
on your team, however you have your team constructed, you get a point guard of your choice. Do you want Marcus Smart?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Darius Garland.
Marcus Smart, just because I'm not big on 1 year, like one hit wonders. Like I've only seen him be.
He's been in the league for a little bit, right? That wasn't like was he a rookie last year? Am I tripping?
I think 2 years ago.
2 years, okay.
I'm going Smart. I mean, obviously, I like Garland this year, but if you're constructing a team, I might as well take that Defensive Player of the Year, at least at one spot.
Okay. Marcus Smart or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons.
This is easy.
That was the one I thought was for sure. Marcus Smart or Tyrese Halliburton?
I like Halliburton.
See again, I love Halliburton, but
with him
1 year. Really productive. I would take Smart,
but I feel like the ceiling for Halliburton's through the roof, and like Smart is this was his best
Yeah,
season.
and it's gonna look like that because he has nobody with him in Indiana, and
Well, he didn't have anyone with him in Sacramento.
right. I mean, what, he played half a year there and then got traded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Indiana, Sacramento, same thing.
Yeah, they're
but
both trash.
Touche.
yeah, didn't have anyone with him. But Marcus Smart is playing on a good team. He's just gonna, I don't know, he's defensive player of the year for a reason. He's gonna have that same type of productivity. That's who I would take if I had to pick between the two.
Okay.
Until I see another good year out of Halliburton, at least.
Ant?
You know what's crazy? I'm actually still behind Johnny. The thing I look at it is I feel like this league's full of scoring, and you're only going to find a handful of these really good defenders. So I think you can fill another position in with a score. I'd take Mark Smart all day
Okay.
long.
Marcus Smart or DeJounte Murray?
I'm still taking Mark Smart.
Not so fast now, brother. I like DeJounte.
Didn't he do it for 1 year though? Didn't that
No.
contradict your
Oh,
whole?
DeJounte,
No.
He's been doing it.
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
I don't watch.
he got
those
LeBron's
games.
blessing back when LeBron was in Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah, that's easy for me. DeJounte Murray.
All
He
right, and
brings way
then
more to the table.
the last name, and I wasn't gonna put this on here because I like to keep it at 5, but I thought it's fun because you guys have said something. Malcolm Brogdon or Marcus Smart. Who you taking?
Malcolm Brogdon. He
I like
should be
Brogdon.
starting.
Yep.
Oh man, this was tough too.
That was easy for me.
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thing. So I guess this is the debate. I think Donna's trying to pick at us. What do you see, Marcus? What do you see Brogdon do better than Smart?
He's way more efficient. Shooting.
I don't think he's a better
He's a
defender.
better scorer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think he is. He can guard
yeah,
the.
he is, in my opinion.
Marcus Smart can too, but
Stop it.
These guys hate Marcus Smart, and they don't.
I
You think
don't.
he's a better defender than
Absolutely.
Marcus Smart?
Were you here?
I think
for that
he's right
episode when
there.
we argued
I think
this?
he's right on the same
No,
tier.
you weren't. This was the episode
He's on the
before you
same
came on
tier.
full time.
How's he now on the same tier as
These two
him?
sat here and told me that Malcolm Brogdon is a better defender than Marcus Smart, and it was Kobe and Tyson on that episode, and those guys didn't say a thing about it.
Because they agreed.
I was by myself saying.
I would say
Smart's a better defender.
his offense tier maybe.
Yes,
I wouldn't even
take
say it's
offensively, but
even
it's not much.
Yeah,
I'm
not
telling you,
even
Marcus
much.
Smart, his defense is overrated. He's a good defender. He's not as good as what people
Do you
think.
think about Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart? And I think this would be the key of me taking Marcus Smart is he still has that that energy spark. Malcolm Brogdon's so soft spoken. He's not really aggressive to me. I would still take Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart. He
he's
kind
a
of
leader.
reminds me of a not so aggressive Patrick Beverly, and
Like annoying as fuck.
yeah. I mean,
Do you see where I'm saying? Where he's come with the energy? Like you get none of that shit from.
And to me that's overrated. Like he's almost putting on a show, and I'm gonna say if
here's
Drew,
my thing.
I think Drew Holiday's a better defender, Lonzo Ball's a better defender, Ben Simmons is a better defender, and I think Malcolm Brogdon. If all these guys are healthy, they're in the conversation for defensive player of the year and not Marcus Smart.
You think Brogdon in Smart's position last year would have won defensive player of the year?
No.
I think he could have. Absolutely.
No, stop. No. It'd have been Smart. Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I love Brogdon. I think it's like this. I think it's like this.
All I see is a lot of flopping from Marcus Smart, and that's
he does flop a lot.
He does.
Since he's been in the league.
Everyone hated on LeBron for that, and then Marcus Smart, I swear to God, he's probably got 3 times as many flops as LeBron does.
Well, here's what I don't understand. So if he was like the point guard of the future for Indiana, obviously he's had injuries and shit. Why is he coming off the bench then? I would say Marcus Smart's a great 6-man off the bench.
Because I feel like they can't just give up the defensive player of the year spot like that.
It's not even. I mean,
and
yes,
he's been there his entire career.
That's what it is.
Like
you kind of owe him. You kind of owe him that.
Time they've been told you can't do it with Smart. They brought in Kemba Walker. They brought in Kyrie. They did all this shit to bring in a point guard. The year Marcus Smart does it, they go all the way to the NBA Finals. So you can't bring in another point guard and replace him again after he just showed you. Look,
I'll give you that.
I might not be flashy. I might not be pretty, but like you said, to Johnny saying it's underrated in his performance, whatever. I think you need that guy. And you're not getting it from Jaylen Brown. You're not getting it from Jason Tatum. You're not getting it from any of these guys. Marcus Smart, he is that guy to them. He's their locker room guy. And I think you need that. Now, if I was on my own team, I think Marcus Smart's better defensively. I think Malcolm Brogdon's better offensively. I think Brogdon's offensive gap is bigger than Smart's defensive gap. So I would take Brogdon, but in Boston, Smart still starts. Like if I'm in Boston, I'm starting Smart over Brogdon. But if this was my team, I would take Brogdon instead of Smart. If that makes sense.
All right.
All right, next one, NFL on topic. We're going defense. This man has been locking everybody up. We're going Pat Surtain. Would you rather Pat Surtain or Darius Slay?
I like Pat Surtain. He's bigger, more physical, and I love that.
Over big play Slay.
Yeah, I like big play Slay. Exactly.
Man, I'm taking
Gotta
still
go with him.
Surtain, man. I like Surtain.
You like Surtain?
Who you
Yeah.
like?
Little PS2. Me?
Mhm.
I'm biased because I see Slay a lot. I think Slay is I think people are forgetting how good he is because I think he's like 30 now. And people will think he's kind of pushing out of his prime. Slay's a fucking dog, bro. Dog. He had Jettis clamped the fuck up.
Bro, he turned Kirk Cousins over like 3 times. Should have been like 5 or
Should have
6.
been 5, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Put this one in here just because he's having a bad year. But Jalen Ramsey
Against Surtain?
against
Yeah,
Surtain right now.
He's the best corner in football, and I'm taking Jalen Ramsey.
I was saying he's just getting worked this year, and a lot of people overreact. I know you don't, Johnny, so I was expecting that from you, but from the other two,
I like Jalen Ramsey.
you
That's
like
easy.
Jalen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take
Fair
Surtain. I
enough.
might take Surtain in a couple years. I still love that boy, but not right now.
Right. All right. Surtain or Sauce Gardner?
I mean, from what we've seen, Sauce Gardner hasn't given up a touchdown. I got
He
to
ain't
rock with
giving
that
up
guy.
shit.
Yeah, I got to rock with
Yeah.
him.
He don't give up shit.
Yeah. I mean, how
He's
can't
different.
you?
Yeah. Talk about an island. I mean,
See, and like I was saying, whenever we were going over who we were predicting in the draft, I don't know why the Lions passed on him. You would have 2 fucking lockdown corners.
I don't know why the
get-
Sounds like a
I don't know
lion
why the
thing to me.
Texans took Derek Stingley. Derek Stingley's been doing his thing
Right.
too,
Yeah.
but I mean he ain't Sauce.
Yeah.
But Derek Stingley's been playing well. I don't want to
This
hear
man
that
had the
he's not
cheese
doing
head
well.
on and all that.
Bro, right? That shit was
I like my
finishing.
man.
I got 2 more for you guys. Surtain or Trayvon Diggs?
I like Surtain.
Is that easy?
Yeah, I'll probably take Surtain.
I know a lot of people, not even some, most people like turnovers.
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
he's been
That's the flashy stat.
getting them as much this year, has he? I feel like he hasn't been gambling as much.
Who?
That defense is
Diggs?
just better.
Yeah, I
though.
mean,
Diggs.
Surtain has never been a turnover guy.
I'm talking about
That's
Diggs.
what
I'm talking about
different.
Diggs.
It's a different style of play. That's what I'm saying. That's why I
Yeah.
threw his name in there. It's a
Okay.
different style. Do you guys want the turnovers or do you want the guy that's gonna shut you down and lock you
Yeah,
up?
completely take your
I
best
want
player
you
out
to
of the
be
game.
locked up.
Yeah.
All right. Last name. Pat Surtain or Jair Alexander?
Right now, it's Surtain, bro.
Yeah,
Even I mean,
Fuck that Packers team.
even before then, Surtain's what 6'2", 215, just more physical. I'd take that over 5'11", 195 or
Jair's a
whatever.
dog though, bro.
He is.
He's a dog.
There's a lot of dogs.
But you're right with the physicalities of it. I'd probably lean. That's tough. That Broncos defense is legit though, and that's on the back of Surtain. I think he just held Mike Williams to like 3 targets and 20 yards last night. So, yeah, dog. And he's been doing it.
I mean, is the Patriots defense better than advertised?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, it's a Bill Belichick coach defense. Like they're gonna be better. Their roster is shit. Don't look at them and be like, oh, these guys are better. No, they suck. Belichick just he's the best. He schemes wins. I hate him.
Isn't his son the defensive coordinator?
His son's on the staff. I just
yeah,
don't know,
I don't know what he does.
Yeah, I don't know what he does. But 'cause I saw a post it's like how to make sure you can leave New England without anybody saying anything. It was like get in an argument with the Hall of Fame greatest quarterback of all time. Get an argument with ownership. Hire kids on your staff. It's like Bill Belichick's just checking all this shit off. drafting guards in the first round that no one's ever heard of, taking 3 quarterbacks and 3 running backs in the same draft. Like I don't know what he's doing, but it's working. Shout out him. And that guard, by the way, that he drafted in the first round that no one knows his name, something strange. That man is the highest PFF rated guard out of all rookies right now. So,
damn,
he's the highest graded rookie lineman today in the NFL. The guy that no one's ever heard of. So, shout out Bill. He knew something. But that's it for me, guys. That's the Would You Rathers today.
I like it. I like it. All right, so I'll make this quick. Obviously last week I threw a bullshit ass spread. The outright underdog is still undefeated. My underdog of the week, and I'll just throw it out there, not saying people bet their houses on it, but the shit's been hitting. You guys might laugh, but I actually have the Falcons money line outright this weekend. I have a $100 card on them. They are playing the Bengals. They are actually, I mean, if you want to take the spread, because obviously I'm giving you outrights, the spread's my favorite play. They're perfect against the spread, 6-0 this season.
Perfect against the spread.
I actually love the points, obviously. The biggest reason why I actually love them is because their cornerback room, I think, is going to give fucking problems to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and whatever.
I thought AJ Terrell go down. Dog. I thought he went down.
What?
No, I saw he has a chance to play this week because him and Casey Hayward both have a chance to play this week. So if one of them play this week, because I actually like Casey Hayward, I mean, the fucking Falcons have just been beating teams that they shouldn't be fucking.
The Lakers suck.
So, yeah, I like them, especially because it's very trap spread. It should be a little higher than what it is.
Bro, you want to talk about a trap spread? What the fuck's up with that Jags and Giants game?
Well, this is what I was actually going to tell you guys. This is my last tip of the day, and this is just me to help anyone out there that wants to make money and save money. The 2 biggest public dogs of this week are both in New York. It's the Giants and the Jets. They have 83% of the money. The Giants do 89% of the money for the Jets. Spread hasn't moved whatsoever. They are wanting you to bet on the road teams that are coming off a huge win versus home teams that just came off a loss. Don't fucking bet it. Don't bet it.
They ain't getting me.
Just want to let you guys know that. So, all right, let's jump into the last segment. This has actually been kind of fun because I made up some ground last week. I'm not going to be fucking coming after any heads like fucking Donovan has, but.
Hold on. Trent, you got something cooked up for me?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. So with NBA season being right here, I got something fun for tomorrow.
Man, I was excited
Tomorrow's games, yeah. So I'm going to ask each one of you guys a player, and you're going to give me you're either going to say over or under. And I'm going to throw out a stat line for each of y'all. So Donovan, I'm going to give you Desmond Bain. And you're doing the points this week. It's at
How would
20.
You give me my guy and my points? Like,
exactly.
I'm hitting the over on this.
20 and a half. What you think? Is he hitting it or not?
Who's they play?
We played a Knicks, right?
We played the Knicks.
Yeah, smack the over on that.
Over. Okay, for Bain. I like it.
How many points was it?
20 and a half. All right.
I like it.
I'm going to go ahead with you, Johnny. And the matchup is the Nets versus the Pelicans. I'm going to give you Ben Simmons, his rebounds, 7.5. We're looking at the over or the under?
Under.
Under?
Yeah,
okay, I like it.
Who are they playing?
The Pelicans.
Oh yeah, I take the under too. They got dogs down there in New Orleans getting boards. Valanciunas. I mean, BI's big as fuck. CJ's no slouch when it comes to getting rebounds.
God damn it! I actually kind of like the over that.
Speaking of BI, I'm in this fantasy league with Trent and a couple other friends. You guys have seen them on the pod. Kobe, Tyson are in it. I drafted DeMar DeRozan, and Kobe wanted him, so he sent me an offer over for BI and Jordan Poole for DeMar DeRozan.
And that's why I hate trades.
So,
right.
In this league, we have the option for majority veto. So, the other guys in the league can look at that and be like, yo, that's crazy. Veto that. Kobe sends me this trade. This is his idea. He sends it to me. I accept it. It goes through. So now it's between the league who accepts or vetoes. He starts texting people, veto this trade, veto this trade.
I like it.
Like,
Yo.
bro, what?
I woke up to the text. I
This
clicked
man had
veto.
me hot, boy.
Donna gonna get mad at me because I woke up to a text saying veto the trade. I veto the trade.
Bro, like what? Because originally he said he wanted the Rosens. I was like, give me Bi and RJ, and I'll do it. And he was like,
Either
He said not RJ Barrett. I'll give you Poole.
that's crazy too. I'm gonna deny. I think Guy and DeRozan straight up's a good deal. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
That's what
Yep.
everybody thinks. I wouldn't
But
have done
anyway,
it straight up.
anyways,
Yeah,
and
just
to
a fun
you,
story.
Trae Young, his assists over and under. What you like? I was gonna give you a Laker, but they're playing tonight, so obviously we can't do that.
Who's the
Do the Knicks play?
no, the Hawks play?
Or I said the Knicks. The Hawks, they play the Rockets.
What's the line?
His assist is at 8.5.
But see, you would
He
give me
averaged double digits. I
listen, you
gave you
give
the
me the
hardest
hardest
one.
one ever because I
Exactly.
want to see who runs the ball.
That's my
Exactly.
thing. You can't do that this week with
It-
DeJounte
that-
Murray
that's-
coming in. Like,
What if
that's
he's the
why-
starting point guard and they kind of shift Trey to more like a shooting guard role? Then
I think that's what happens. I think DeJounte Murray, like a lot of their offense last year was.
But I
Trae
think
Young,
that's why it's
like,
set.
dependent.
I'm definitely taking the under then.
Taking it under?
Hell yeah.
I don't.
And
That's tough as shit. Trey.
if
You
they're
fucked him for
they're
that.
playing the Rockets, right?
Yeah.
They'll
Think it's
probably
gonna be a
blow
blowout?
them out. So who knows if even Trey Young plays a whole game?
And who
That's
knows if he
true, that's
passes the
true.
ball? He might go for 60. He might try to
That's
break
true.
records.
Yeah, he don't pass the ball.
So, I don't know.
Trae Young?
Him averaging double digits. It's
Yeah,
crazy to me.
he was like
What
the
do
assist
you
leader
mean?
last year. He was the assist leader.
He's
To
always
who,
up
though?
there.
Who
Is
he
he
passed the ball
is he
to
gonna
last
do
year?
that this year with DeJounte Murray there?
But you
No,
said
I
he
don't think so.
doesn't.
No, I don't think so. I think that's why they brought him in, was to get Trae Young more off ball, kind of like what they do with Steph. But back to who did he pass the ball to last season?
Because wasn't
John Collins. They got
Hurt the whole season?
Bogdanovich.
Wasn't
They
he
got
hurt?
Kevin Huerter, Clint Capella. Like he throws so many. He
People
throws a
he
lot
was
of
passing the
lobs.
fucking ball to get the assist.
He throws a lot of lobs.
I believe that.
Well, you got to think they just play him in the pick and roll a lot.
Right on.
So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
that's what I had.
I knew
That's
I
what-
knew he was up there in assists. I just never saw it. Like anytime I watched him play, it was just him running around like a little kid. shooting
Said
the
a
shit out of the
little
ball.
kid.
He looks little on the court.
Don't
You can't tell me
disrespect
he
Trae
doesn't.
Young.
He
Don't
looks
disrespect
little on the
Trae
court. It's
Young.
like watching Kyler Murray in the pocket running away from defensive linemen. That's what
I
Trae
mean,
Young looks
I'll
like
give
on
you
the
that.
court.
Anyways, we on to the pick 'em now
Yeah, let's do it.
because I'm on a redemption tour right now. You heard me.
I don't know, but hold on before we do that? When does Ohio State play Michigan?
Last game of the year.
Last game of the year. Before that episode, I need you to get your boy back on here.
All right, I can.
I need that. I need
call
that
away.
type energy for that game.
For sure.
All right, so let's jump into the pick'em.
Mm-hmm.
The last week went well for some and not for others.
Hey, we're on to a new week. You don't got.
That's why I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be.
Nah,
So-
whoa, don't rock it out like that. You can't let it be because
One
last
week.
week it was a 3-way tie for first, and Ant was in dead last behind 4 games. This week it's all different. You got a new leader. You got a guy who hasn't been anywhere but first place, finally out of first place. The last place guy moved up, and the guy that was just tied for first fell all the way down. This needs talked about. We can't just pass this over.
And Washington still sucks at football.
I knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was going to say that. Washington won though. A very ugly game. I'm not proud of it, but we won. Anyway,
I was hoping you weren't going to say a thing about that.
I am now in first at 54 and 40. I'm positive 14. Then it's Trent at 51 and 43. Oh, I got a nice little lead. And then it's Ant at 50 and 44. And then Johnny, after the worst week we've seen in the pick'em, coming off the best week we've seen at 11 and 5 to the worst week we've seen at 3 and 11.
All right.
It was a
One
rough week
thing
last year.
I can say about it is throughout the first 7 games, at least, I think it was the first 7, 5 were within a touchdown or blown leads that very easily could have
speaking
gone
of blown
the other
leads,
way.
what the fuck do your Ravens? They just don't like playing football in the fourth quarter.
So it would seem.
You could say Washington sucks, man, but you got like if I could play you guys for one quarter, it would be the fourth.
Absolutely.
You probably have the worst point differential in the fourth quarter. If I had to
Oh
just
my God,
guess,
it's not
just
even
throw out a
close.
random team, I would have to say you guys suck. But yeah, you guys lost a lot of close games. And it's not all on you. Like no one saw the fucking Bucks losing to the bitch ass Steelers. No one saw the 49ers. Like no one knew 7 of their starters were out on defense. Like that's crazy in the end of itself. But yeah, went from 11-5 to 3-11. Hopefully you bounce back this week and make this a competition because as of right now, I'm starting to peel away with this.
Shut up.
I mean, as you can see, 1 week changes a lot. So
Right, and we got what 11 more of them.
Yeah,
a lot.
So.
Man, you just definitely jinxed yourself. But yeah, let's jump.
I'm going 16. I'm going 14-0 this week.
All right, so yeah, let's jump right into it.
I think not this week, but I think going forward, honestly, we should have to pick our favorite team.
What?
No, I don't like that. I don't like
Johnny
that.
likes that because our team sucked ass.
Yeah, my team's going for the #1 pick right now.
Hey, I will say this though. I will be picking my team.
Okay.
Thank God. Hallelujah.
All right, anyways, let's jump right into it. So
let's go. Yeah, let's make this brief.
Let's make this quick and simple. Let's start at the Thursday night game. We got the Saints at the Cardinals. Who you got, Dono?
Cardinals.
I'm with him. They got D-Hop coming back.
I'm with him as well. Cardinals. Anthony, go ahead, be that guy.
Kyler Murray with D-Hop is different. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, his win-loss with D-Hop and his win-loss without D-Hop.
They just
Call of Duty comes out next week, so we're in the clear.
Hell yeah.
This is his last week
He's
before
focused.
Call of Duty, so he's got.
He's like, hey, coach, I got y'all for one more week, man. That's all y'all got.
And Kingsbury's on the hot seat, bro. Like they're terrible. They blew it last year. The year before that, they blew it. Like if they don't start winning games, he's gone.
Yeah, so I'm taking the Saints because they're getting healthier, and the Cardinals look like dog shit against the Seahawks. So I think Chris Olave is coming back this week, and he's going to steal the D-Hop Thunder, and I think he has a huge game this weekend. Or next Thursday.
D-Hop's going for $150 and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, I've seen his videos. He does look like he's in crazy shape.
D-Hop's going for $150 and 2.
But like I said, that Cardinals team looked like dog shit last week. So.
Oh, no, they did. But like I said, that offense is completely different with D-Hop. Like, just look.
And they just lost Marquise Brown, man. I felt kind of bad for him.
But they brought in your boy Robbie.
Fuck him. He doesn't mean anything. So, yeah, Marquise Brown was having a fucking career year.
He was, bro. He was. He's about to do. Well, that shit would have dropped off after D-Hop came back, but he was going crazy.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump into the 1:00 games. Let's just get this shit out of the way. The Bucks at the Panthers. This should be a clean sweep.
You heard my play, man. Buccaneers all day.
Yeah, if we're riding that play, the Panthers
y'all aren't sniffing 20 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm with it. The Bucks. It's got to be the Bucks.
Hey, you sure you don't want your team?
I mean, I want you to win your bet. I just don't like.
Hey, I just want you to.
Listen to me.
I want
it's
you
not
to play
the Panthers. It's not the Panthers. I'm
Yo, we're missing a game. What game are we missing?
No, I have them all down. I written them all down. We'll just.
Okay.
We'll keep going. We'll keep going. So I don't. Dude, something around Tom Brady this year, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him in that offense. But I'm taking the Bucks. I'm not taking the Panthers. I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, so let's keep it going. So, I mean, you already know my pick. Falcons at Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm mad that was your underdog of the week because like I don't want to ride against you because that shit hasn't lost yet.
Donna Loki likes the Bengals. I've noticed that.
But
this man loves the Bengals.
The Bengals, man, they have to do something. They have to.
They're so spotty for me, bro.
Why do they? Why do they have to
figure something out? Because last year they beat everybody going over the top. That's how they did it last year. All these deep plays. They have all
they can't run the ball.
I think they were just hot last year. No, I don't think they were good.
But it was deep shots. That's how they were winning. They were throwing deep balls at Jamar Chase. They were throwing deep balls at D. Higgins. That's how they're doing it. Now defenses are playing a lot of 2 under. Safeties are playing 2 safeties back. You're not beating as deep. You're going to have to throw the ball down the field, be consistent, 10, 12 play drives, and score points. They just haven't figured that out yet. There's too much talent on offense to me saying they won't figure it out. Sooner or later, they're going to.
I forget the exact numbers. I want to say it was something like DeAndre Swift has 36 carries on the year. Joe Mixon has 89 or something like that. DeAndre Swift has more yards.
That's a fact, though. The Bengals offensive line has no push on run at all. But I had the Bengals down here, but I'm going to rock because Anthony's underdog of the week hasn't missed. So I'm gonna ride with him. I'm gonna ride with the Falcons. That shit hasn't missed yet. Until it does, it's just like the Falcons spread, man. Until that shit misses, I will hit that bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with the Bengals, so I appreciate that game for me to catch up.
I'm
I'm right
with
there.
you with the Falcons, honestly. I
Right.
mean, they've
And-
been able to score points. So
Listen, if they could beat the
and they're-
49ers,
and
what
they're
says
start-
they
and
can't
they're
beat?
They beat the 49ers when they were out 7 of their 11 defensive starters, but they turned the ball over. And we know how much Joe Burrow trusts his guys. He will throw that bitch up. I like the Falcons. I do, actually. I picked the Bengals, but I like the Falcons. You talked me into it.
Like it. All right. So the next one I have is the Lions at the Cowboys. Obviously I'm taking the
Dallas.
Cowboys.
Dak is back.
Yeah, Dak is back. So yeah.
Dak-
I don't even
yeah.
think it's more even Dak. I think that defense shuts down the Lions.
Oh no,
high
Dak
potent offense.
is back. That is the worst offense or the worst defense in football. Dak is gonna hang 40 on them. He's gonna do it with 300 and some passing yards. CeeDee Lamb's gonna go crazy, and then Dak will have more passing yards in this one game than Cooper Rush had in his 5 fucking starts. Like, he's gonna go fucking nuts.
Yo, you a
Not
Cowboys
actually.
fan? You're so passionate about this
Not
shit.
actually. No, I just hate people who say Cooper Rush is this and that. Dak will
Okay,
prove
okay.
this was always his team.
Okay.
It's a blowout win. And that defense, Micah Parsons is probably gonna have 3 to 4 sacks. Trayvon Diggs will probably get a pick or two. Like, it's gonna be fun.
weren't they just shut out last? Lions get shut out last week.
2 weeks ago
2
to
weeks
the
ago.
Patriots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking them over Dallas.
Hold on, you're taking the Lions? I like it.
I'm
Gotta get a
taking the
little different.
Cowboys. I like the Cowboys. Lions don't have St. Brown's. They haven't looked the same
St.
since he got
Brown's.
here. Oh, he's back?
He was
DeAndre's back.
St. Brown was limited in practice last week, which means he should be practicing full this week.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think it
DeAndre
was like
back.
a crazy injury. He's been out for fucking 3 weeks now. I think he should be back. I would assume, but he could be out.
All right,
Wow.
next game
You like
is
the Lions. That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Why? What
Yeah,
in
why?
this game? What in this game says Lions to you?
They can score points. I mean, Dak hasn't played since week 1, so we really don't know what he's going
That
to look
offense
like.
did look like shit when he played.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that defense, that pass rush is just too much. They do got a better offensive line though. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I just need to know from Johnny.
Next one I have is Colts at Titans. Obviously, you know who my pick is. I'm taking the Titans.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just for the sake, you said the Titans. I got to rock with the Titans. I can't bring the bad voodoo.
This one, I honestly, I think you could flip a coin on. I think.
Yeah, to me, it's a heads up. It's a division game heads up. But the fact that Titans got 2 weeks to prepare for it.
Is JT even playing?
I don't know if him or Naheem Hines is. And Deion Jackson was a fucking rock star last week.
He got
Literally
hurt.
won me my fantasy game.
I know he got hurt.
I know.
Oh,
I
you
dropped
actually
him.
won in fantasy? That's crazy.
I'm only going Titans because
Shut
you
the
said
fuck up.
Rabel's
I'm
4-0.
5-1 and
Yeah.
4-2.
Bye weeks.
Hell yeah.
that-
Hell
I'm
yeah.
bad
Why?
in our league. I'm bad in our league, but
You
I'm
told me
5-1
1 and
4-2.
5 and like 3 and 3 in a couple of weeks.
All right,
I'm
well,
1
thank you,
and
Johnny,
5
for
in
your
our
pick.
league.
I said Titans.
Dickhead.
Yeah, no, I said thank you for your pick while these guys are fucking.
Trent's talking
Uh.
shit because in his fantasy league I'm 1 and 5, but in the other 2 fantasy leagues I'm 5-1 and 4-2. So fuck him.
Hold on, you're 1 and 5 in the league I'm in with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
saw
CM
Frog- Frog-
like Johnny
Frog
said,
Nipples.
CMC is trash ass bad.
Frog
Well,
nipples
I'm-
making some ground.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a fucking he's gonna be a Ram or a 49er by the end of the week.
He's a Ram.
By the end of the week.
Yeah, mark my words, because they're
He's
talking
gonna-
about
he's gonna be
Cam
a-
Akers.
he's
Cam
gonna
Akers in a
be-
second.
Yeah, he's gonna be up there in fucking Buffalo.
Well, I hope we don't drop the ball. I mean, if we're gonna
We
talk about
don't
this,
want to do that.
I hope we don't drop the ball on this because they're saying that it's being the rumor is the decisive decision is between Zach Moss or James Cook in a second round pick, and I'm like, why the fuck would we take Zach Moss?
Yeah, it's got to be James Cook. If you're getting CMC, we
Yeah.
need a young running back that we can develop. Yeah,
Alrighty.
but I love that. Buffalo would win the Super Bowl for the next 3 years.
Well, here's some bullshit. I can't wait to hear this. Packers at the Commanders.
Commanders.
Packers, thank you, dog. Appreciate you, Donna. Size XL, baby. That's all
Yeah,
I need to know.
So I'm saying this for this reason only. Carson Wentz has looked terrible. We can all agree on that. He's looked bad these last couple weeks.
No. See, here's where I got to say not so fast because last week you just said he hasn't looked good, but he hasn't looked terrible.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So now
in,
he's looked terrible.
in the offense, he's looked terrible. Like last week, he looked bad, bro. He didn't throw for 100 yards last week. He looked terrible last week. The week before against the Titans,
He didn't.
he looked good.
Not,
He looked
not
good against the
only
Titans.
did he not throw for 100 yards, he got. Didn't Justin Fields double his yards? Justin Fields.
I don't know.
He did.
Yeah, he
Who
did.
you said is not good.
Justin
He
Fields
did.
isn't good. Justin
Yes, he
Justin
is.
Fields is the reason they lost that game.
Well, I
a
mean,
muffed punt is why they lost that game.
Justin Fields was missing wide open throws,
A
bro.
muffed punt is why.
Bro, if he throws the touchdown to Cole Kmet on the first drive of the game, they win the game. If he throws the ball to the crosser on third down instead of taking a deep shot, they win the game. Like, it's just bad decisions. He's not there. He needs to develop. I'm not saying he couldn't get there, but right now he's not there. Anyway,
so
our
Heineke's the
defense,
answer.
the Packers' offense looks like ass. Our defense is looking good. Mind you, we ain't played nobody the last 2 weeks, but our defense is looking better. And Taylor Heineke knows this offense. He's not as good physically as Carson Wentz is, but he does know this offense. Last year, he led him to 7 games. He beat the Bucks and Tom Brady last year, and they were elite. Like,
That Packers defense is not letting Taylor Heineke come in and win his first game. No chance.
love that for you, Trent.
That's just what I
This-
think.
This would mean the Packers drop 3 straight games, though, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers doing that.
Yep.
Hey, would you like to make a bet?
No.
No. Okay. I was
Commanders.
just checking.
Pick your team one time, Trent. We can make a bet.
I did. I have. I'm a realist though when it comes to my team. I'm not
Right.
on
I'm picking the Commanders. I'm
heavy
picking my team.
drugs like you.
I'm not putting money
saying-
on this. This isn't
I'm
gonna
just
be
saying.
something I have
I'm
money on.
saying because you're like
I'm
the statements you have said about your team will not come out of my mouth because I know my team. I'm realistic. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have no hope. You suck. Go ahead, Ant.
Like I said,
Yeah.
hold on. Like I said, we are a winning franchise. You are not. You have not seen your team win a Super Bowl. I
We have
have.
3 of them though, so you can't call us a not winning franchise.
I have seen my team win. You haven't. You
Right,
probably
you
won't.
suck this year. You're not used to
You
sucking.
probably
So
won't.
stop
You'll
getting upset
probably
about
never
it.
see your team win a championship.
As
That's
long as
sad.
Dan
I'm
Snyder's
sorry.
the owner,
You'll
I
never.
probably won't. I probably
You'll
won't as
never
long as Dan
feel
Snyder's the
what I
owner.
felt
Right.
as a fan. I'm just saying.
Who you got, Ant?
Yeah, I've given all hope on your team and my team, so I will be taking the Packers.
I can't wait till we win.
Oh man, buddy said you
But
would never.
this
feel
would probably be
what
the
I felt.
one random ass week they win, and I'm going to hear you talk shit all next podcast. So.
I just don't got Aaron Rodgers losing 3 straight to a bad team at that. So
Yeah, and it's not like it's 3 straight. It's 3 straight to 3 not good teams because they lost to the Giants. They lost
Yeah,
to
it
the
was bad.
Jets, and now they're going to lose to the Commanders. Like, that would mean they're bad. If they lose
Yeah.
they're a bad team now. So I hear where you're coming from, but I'm riding with the Commanders.
I just don't. You just told me like last week. You said if we lose last week, I have no hope for us.
And we won
I thought you said that the week before.
to the
Like,
Titans.
you were like I'm. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. When we lost, I was. But if Carson Wentz was playing this game, I would have said the Packers. I would have. But like I said, Taylor Heineke knows this offense. He won 7 games last year. Didn't have Curtis Samuel. Didn't have Logan Thomas. Didn't have Cole Turner. Didn't have Jahan Dotson. So I want to see what it looks like. Our offensive line's a lot worse, so that's scary. But I want to see. We only lost to Green Bay last year with Taylor Heineke quarterback because he dove for the pylon, scored, but they said he gave himself up instead of diving.
I remember
That's
that.
why we lost to him last year, or we would have beat them last year, and they were better last year. So
like it.
anyway,
Alrighty, so the next one I have the Giants at the Jags, and I will be taking the Jaguars.
Me too.
Jaguars.
Across the board, then.
Wow. Okay. Next one after this. I mean, they got to win this game. This is the Browns at the Ravens. I would hope we're all taking the Ravens.
So I'm taking the Ravens quarters 1 through 3. If they
Then
build up a 30
mark me for the
point
3.5.
lead, they will win.
So you're taking the Browns, Donna?
No, I'm still taking the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
The Ravens' problem
Alright.
is their secondary, not their rush defense, as far as I'm aware. And I think they got this.
Okay.
Lamar
Are
won't
they-
turn the ball over twice in the fourth.
Well, I hope they beat the Browns. All right, so let's go to the 4 p.m. games. The first one we have is the Jets at the Broncos. I'll be taking the Broncos.
I'm with you.
Me as well.
Damn, I was expecting you guys to
Yeah.
jump on the New York teams.
Jets.
Mm.
And I know
Donna right there.
I know you just said the whole thing about the New York teams have all the money on them and the line's not moving. Other than one drive, Russell Wilson has looked like fucking ass these last 3 weeks. Sauce and DJ Reed are looking great. Quinn Williams is getting after the quarterback. Breece Hall looks unstoppable. Yeah, I like the Jets.
That's my future rookie of the year.
Yeah, he looks unstoppable. He's favorites right now. I think he's the favorite.
Yeah, he
to
looks
win it.
good. Alrighty, so the next one we have is the Texans at the Raiders.
Raiders off a bye. I like them.
Yep.
Texans off a bye. I like them.
Cool.
I have the Raiders.
Lock it in.
I like it.
This might be
Alrighty.
one of them weeks, Don.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
The fuck. All right.
I like it. I like. Hey, just like I said against the Jags when they beat the Jags, I'll take the Raiders, but I don't like it.
Okay. I mean, I don't either. I think it's gonna be somewhat of a little
I think,
shootout too.
I think it'll be a good game. I think Dameon Pierce is proving himself to be a dog.
Well, you like the over in that game, man?
No.
I don't know what the over. If it's in the 40 range, maybe. If they're pushing like the 50, it's.
I don't think it
I
would
think
be
it's, I think
50.
it's like
It'd
42
probably-
and a half.
Oh
I think
wow.
the last I looked, it was like 42 or 43.
I'll tell you,
Maybe.
I got it up right now.
I don't
and
like it either way because
is
I don't think the
45 and a
Texans,
half.
so it's higher than I thought it was.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
pretty
like it.
high.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
like that.
I'll look more into it, but yeah, the Seahawks at the Chargers. I will be taking the Chargers.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Chargers across the board. You're taking the
Yep.
Seahawks, Trent? Nope.
No, I
Are we,
like Chargers.
are we gonna see? Are we
they're
gonna see
hiding.
Keenan Allen play at some point?
Who fucking
I think he's going to play this week.
Yeah, I thought
And
that
that's-
last week.
Why I'm taking him.
Oh shit, Kendrick Nunn's in the game.
He's
All right,
been in the he's been in the game.
I haven't been able to watch it. I've been doing this
What's the
shit.
score?
They're down 14.
Oh, they came back. They were down 28 when I walked out to get a water.
Yeah. Anyways, the next one, we got a couple more left. I mean, I think well, actually, I don't know about this one. Chiefs at the 49ers. Obviously, Donna likes the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. Everyone else like the
Well,
Chiefs?
Chiefs,
Okay, good,
baby.
good, good. Okay. And then the Sunday night game is the Steelers at the Dolphins.
Tua's back, baby.
You got to ride with your squad, right?
Nah,
So
Trent don't
what?
do that.
What'd
Do
you say?
it. Do it.
What'd you say?
I'll take the
I gotta
Steelers.
see-
I mean, not the
I
Steelers.
got-
I'll take the Dolphins. Dolphins.
I gotta see something real quick. Who's playing?
Oh,
I
which
told you I'm
quarterback?
not rocking. Yeah, I'm not rocking with Mitch, bro.
Oh yeah,
what's
I
his
forgot
name?
about
What's
that.
his name's in concussion protocol, bro? He's out. The NFL's not playing with that shit. Even if
Yeah,
he
I got.
passes, he's out. You got
I'm
Mitch
sorry. I gotta
Trubisky.
go with the Dolphins. I don't like Mitch.
If Kenny was starting, would you have won Steelers
Yeah,
over
Sure.
Tua and the Dolphins?
Man, that's the most bold-faced
That-
lie. I've ever
yeah,
seen
you just
today,
lied
bro.
straight
Come
to the
on.
camera.
why hell the
Because Trent literally just looked at the camera and said, "I'm realistic about my team, and I'm not gonna say that shit." And then he goes, "I'm gonna beat Tua and the Dolphins if we have."
I
Kenny."
mean, if all he
Dolphins
says
don't
is
look that good?
if all he
Hmm.
says is
They
I'm
look great with
I'm
Tua.
taking my team out, I'll
They
ride
didn't
with
look
it. But if he
great.
starts giving me a bunch of bullshit ass reasons, that's when it's like, not so fast, buddy.
All right, Dolphins across the board. The last one is the Monday night game, Bears at Patriots. I will be taking the Patriots.
Me too. I don't like it
I'm
because
taking the Bears.
Is
that-
Mac Jones coming back? Is the Mac
Yes.
Daddy coming
It's
back?
It's Mac Jones over Bailey Zappi. Mac Jones is a starter as of right
Yeah.
now.
and it's only because of defense they've been playing these past couple weeks.
Yeah, and Ramondre Stevenson's a fucking dog, so
Mhm.
I will be riding the
And
Patriots.
Bears rush defense, it was before they stopped Washington. They were the worst rush defense in the NFL.
So you taking the Bears?
I'm taking the Bears, yes. I think this is just one of those games. I don't know why. I just think it's one of them. Kind
Yeah,
of
I
like
got
Johnny picking
got
the
the
Lions over the
Patriots.
Cowboys. This is my version of that. Just not as drastic.
Alrighty. Is that all the games? Yes, it is. All right. So I would like to thank everyone for tuning in this week. We will be winning our no nonsense parlay. I would love for everyone to
Back
like,
to back.
subscribe. Actually, everyone started doing the picks again. So I don't know why a lot of people stop. I mean, if you guys can beat one of our
They
pros,
didn't think they were gonna win. That's why. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah,
after
Johnny
seeing
won
last
11
week,
and 5 and scared them. Yeah, they
Hey.
would have smacked us last week. Our best record last week was 9 and 5.
yeah. So yeah,
That
jump
would've been-
in. Jump in. I mean, I'm pretty sure, or actually, I know for a fact, it's what, $50 to the winner?
Yep,
Yeah.
50 to the winner.
Yeah, John. I mean, that sounds. I mean, it's not free money because you're gonna lose, but I mean, it's worth a try. So
Why not just put your picks in and give yourself a shot at $50?
Yeah.
Unless you really don't know football. Don't
Even if
embarrass
you
yourself.
don't, like
Facts.
it ain't nothing just a fucking guess.
yeah, it's
Friend's
a
girl beat us, allegedly.
Yeah, out here.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, yeah. Tune in next time, and we'll catch you guys later.
Deuces.